Okay, today somebody you're connected into has had a light bulb moment. So they've just had a sudden realization, you know, it's kind of just struck them. The time card's in the middle, that they're wasting time, okay? I feel that they're living a life that is just a sham. That's what I'm hearing, okay? They are appearing, or they've been appearing, that they're busy and they're not interested, etc, etc. What they are doing that you don't know about is playing detective. Okay, so somebody you're connected into is watching you. I don't mean in a creepy, spooky, stalkerish way. They're just almost trying to find out what you're doing, and I don't feel it's stalkerish. I feel it's more that they're waiting to make their move, okay? They've had this realization that they want to speak to you. Now, I'm going to look at today what challenges there are, and also, is this going to be a reconciliation, or is it really just kind of a clearing of the air? And I'm hearing that they want to allow you to have your say. They didn't allow you to have your say. They put you down. They shut you down, okay? The message I'm hearing to tell you is because they couldn't handle the truth at that time, all right? Now, you might not want a reconciliation, but I do feel that there will be words that if you don't want this, that you can finally, I don't know, almost close it out. Okay, it's a good energy. I don't feel it's a negative energy with this person today. I feel it's just a question of, let's talk and I'm going to listen to you. So let's see what else wants to come out, and then, like I say, I'll have a look at any blockages, their environment, and also, you know, how's this going to end, where's it going. But just while I'm shuffling these though, thanks for watching. I hope you're okay. That's the main thing. Thank you for all your support. I do read all your comments, and for those of you, and I know there's a few of you going through a tough time, hang on in there. You're worthy of everything, okay? And don't let anybody tell you you're not. Don't let people put you down. You're amazing. If you'd like a reading, just click on the title of the video. The links are below in the description box. It's all on the website, and check out the free relationship report as well. Okay, I'm just going to turn these. I'll turn these over now. So we've got those through. What have we got? Ride or die energy. Yeah, I don't think it was negative. Sometimes relationships split. It's only when you look back you can see why. And I feel that's what this is about, okay? Right, this one's central. Your person is either in some sort of pickle. It's the repo card. Okay, so I'm going to have to read it. It's come out. So someone, or maybe they left you in a mess where there was, you know, sometimes when relationships split, there can always be problems with the finances because one person wants it all, and, you know, selfishness comes into play. Okay, so that energy's in here as well to clarify it a bit more for you. Yeah, and the dirty money cards come out. So, right, I feel the person you're connected into feels guilty about leaving you in a situation within the physical, whether it's money, your stability, where you were living, your job. There's something that this split, this breakdown of your relationship affected. I'll just use your generalization, your standard of living and your life. Okay, they regret that. Now, I feel that this split was a shock. You'd been through times, you'd been, you know, everyone has their ups and downs, but you'd got through it, okay? And I feel that this person that you're connected into is the last person on planet Earth that you would have thought that would have done that to you, that would have let you fall in the way that you did and just left you like that. Okay, you never, ever, ever thought this person would do it. They had, I'm hearing, proved to themselves, on many occasions to be a support. And I don't just mean romance and, you know, all of that. I mean, as humans, just that ride or die energy. You never ever, that's my cat, excuse that noise, that you never thought that would happen, all right? This is what they want you to have your say about, okay? They know that they let you down massively. And I don't just mean ending the relationship or the relationship ending. Relationships do end. You know, people grow, they change. You know, there's many, many reasons. But the shocker, I feel, with this energy today is how your person was good for so long and was there when a lot of people weren't there, but then left you in a mess, really. That's probably the easiest way I can put this today. They left you in a mess. At the bottom of the deck, what they'd like you to know, what is the unknown to you at the moment, is they are going to level up. They have learned their lessons and they're a lot wiser than they were. So I'm going to have a look at their environment, okay? They regret playing the field, if that's what they did. Now, that can mean romance, but playing the field can just mean doing whatever you want to do, you know, looking at other options. And in the end, I feel they made you feel like an option. It's really quite sad. I do honestly feel that this person, for whatever reason, became a person that you didn't know, okay? Now, bottom of the deck, just in their environment, I've got the Tower. So the Tower, obviously, in their environment, there's some chaos, some destruction. Things are just falling apart. But the Tower also means that somebody has built their life on either values or beliefs, or they've tried to be something they're not in their heart and soul. That's the key here. And they can't do it anymore, okay? A light bulb moment can equate to the Tower energy. It's that sudden realization that you're lying to yourself and everything around you is fake and it's all false and nothing is as it seems. And I feel we're going to see a lot more of this energy as we go through this year, okay, on lots and lots and lots of different levels, and also in relationships, that it's almost like a fog lifts and people are just starting to see things for what they are. And I feel your ex is in that energy, okay? There's revelations, you know. What I feel your ex would want to do now is to have a conversation with you. They feel you when you're apart. I feel you're having some form of conversation back and forth. You know, when you think about your person, they are thinking about you, okay? This isn't like wooey. This is, you know, the science that backs this now. I won't go through it all, you'll be asleep, but they are thinking about you, okay? They are thinking about you. What else is going on in this ex's energy, please, at the moment that's causing them to have this massive realization, okay? Right, they have come out, this is interesting. They've come out in the energy of the Nine of Pentacles, but it's in the reverse, okay? So at a core level, a general level, they're feeling trapped. They've got a lack of independence. Now, the Nine of Pentacles has many meanings, as do all of the tarot cards. But within this energy, I feel that they've played around. They've gone to something else. They've built a life on falseness. It's all false. It's all fake. At first, it probably seemed great. Okay, but now they're realising they should have put in the hard work with you. They should have got their head down. They should have carried on, okay? They regret having a tendency to start projects and not finish them off. That they don't, and they push people away, okay? But their energy at the moment is they have been reckless, okay? Now, the Nine of Pentacles, I'm going to throw it in there in the reverse, can also mean dodgy, shady, insecure investments, because the Pentacles represent the physical, you know, so you're talking your money, your body, your health, you know, your physical love relationships, you know what I mean when I say that. And with this card here, this dirty money card, okay, they have got themselves into something that was too good to be true. Let's leave it at that, okay? And they are now trapped in that, and they wanted to make a quick, I don't know if it was a quick buck or just a quick something without having to do the work. But now their stability isn't too good. So because they've come out in that, I'm also feeling that they're in that energy as well, that repo energy. You know, it's just financially, it's default on payments, you know, that kind of messy energy. Anything else, please, on this X's energy? Oops, let's have a look. Okay, the Lovers in a reverse. So they're in now a situation, whether it's a love relationship, a partnership, whatever they're doing, where there's complete disharmony and no trust. Now, reading that with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, they have gone into a partnership of some sort that is really not working out. Okay, they're trying to detach from this now. Bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Cups in their environment. But again, that's in the reverse. So there's a lot of broken dreams. They regret not planning for tomorrow. Now, I'm not saying you should all, you know, past and future. We've only got the present. But I feel that they grasped onto something that was not real in any shape or form, okay? So no, they're not happy, okay? Underneath that in their energy, they're also sat on the Seven of Cups, so they're very absorbed with themselves, their choices. They're terrified of making the wrong choice, but I feel coupling that with the energy of light bulb moment, I feel, and I do say this quite a bit because this is what happens, you know, I see it so many times, they will get to a point when they just don't give a damn about looking at choices anymore. They have got to put their own emotional needs first, and that involves you, okay? They know that they've procrastinated, they know that they've had a lot of wishful thinking, and, you know, I feel they regret this, that they caused a lot of damage to you by some of the decisions they made, okay? Underneath that, Four of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, it's all going tits up, really. You know, the Four of Wands in the reverse is the foundations aren't stable. Somebody's feeling trapped. I always find when the Four of Wands is in reverse, someone feels like trapped in, you know, it's supposed to be, you know, just at a very thing, it's happy families, it's, you've got that stable energy. Okay, you're happy to be in that little box of energy. It's rocking your boat. But when it reverses, for me, it always means someone's looking back at the Three and they want to be on the move again. They're either homesick, they're looking to uproot, they're bored, there's you know, a mismatch of energy within the environment, but also just this overarching energy of feeling trapped. So that is your person's energy at the moment. I'd just like to see what else they'd like to say to you, and then I'm going to see if there's going to be any movement, okay? are they going to do anything? I lost myself for a little while. Well, with the Seven of Cups, they definitely did. They were very self-absorbed, you know. And the Seven of Cups to me does mean someone who can be in a relationship, but they're looking at other options, whether that's romance or whatever they're up to. But yeah, it's quite an option energy, okay? I wonder if you are happy without me. I left you before you could leave me. That's interesting. So I'm just hearing that Page of Cups in the reverse that came out a couple of minutes ago. Emotional immaturity, you know, triggered by something that would have happened when they were younger, but unfortunately they hadn't processed it. And, you know, sometimes if somebody you've been a ride or die with, because that is here, okay, that you've gone through absolute all sorts with, and then they just suddenly flip out on you, there's usually something that they haven't processed. It's not you, okay? I want to say that it's not you. There's nothing really that you did or didn't do, all right? Especially if someone's stuck in that Seven of Cups energy. They are very self-absorbed within what they want and their own needs and wants. So let's get the tarot deck out and let's see, are they coming in? I'm going to take 3 cards. Is this person going to come back in, or are they going to sit? Right, Ace of Swords. Yeah, they are. Ace of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, King of Swords. So the King is their energy, not yours. That's how I read court cards, okay? So the King of Swords for me is their energy. It's a person's energy. Could be Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Now, the Wheel of Fortune is, yeah, you know, they're going to come back in and try their luck in a simplistic turn. Now, the Ace of Swords is very sudden, quick communication. This doesn't necessarily mean the Ace of Swords, it's reconciliation, okay? But it does mean that you will get truth, you will get clarity, and going way back, you will get that opportunity with your person to speak your mind. And whatever happens, whatever you decide with the Wheel of Fortune sat in the middle, your luck is going to change. You're going to come out of a pretty, you know, you've been quite introspect, a healing period. You know, you're coming out of the Hermit, all right? Hermit's the 9 year. We're in a 1. The Wheel of Fortune is number 10. 1 and 0 equals 10. Okay, and it all goes back. Sorry, 1. 1 and 0 equals 10, but it's a 1 year. So that wheel is turning for you. You are going to have massively positive changes. You are going to be successful. The Ace of Swords is a winner's card. It's clarity, it's truth. You're literally cutting through that fog. You know, I said earlier, there's some fog that's clearing in many, many different levels, but it's going to clear with your person, okay? You will have that conversation with them. And I feel that King of Swords is going to sit there and they are going to be willing, because the King of Swords in a good energy is someone who's willing to listen. They are willing to disengage emotions and actually rationalise what they have done within this situation. So there you go. It's going to be good for you anyway. Always remember though, you're on the pedestal, you get to choose, you are worthy. There is no one above you, okay? Nobody gets to choose, only you. All right, so look after you, do you, love yourself so much that you never get up and down in a relationship again. That's the key. All right, I love you and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.